Want to shop Walmart Black Friday deals first? Walmart Plus members get early access to our hottest deals. Join now and get 50% off a 1-year annual membership. Shop Black Friday deals first with Walmart Plus. See terms at walmartplus.com.
This episode is brought to you by Merrill. Join one of the most iconic names in wealth management, Merrill. You'll be part of a dynamic team of advisors and specialists working hard every day to grow their clients' wealth. And with the support of best-in-class research, advanced digital tools, and the resources of a global institution, it's truly an opportunity you can be bullish about. Learn more at careers.bankofamerica.com. Copyright 2024, Bank of America Corporation.
Good afternoon, guys, and thanks for tuning in to our last podcast recording for the day. I've got the fantastic Jen Hardy coming out of Florida, and she is a famous viral YouTuber. We're going to learn the secrets of how she got 1.8 million views in a span of less than 3 months. I'm really excited to have her on, to have her discuss. She's also got the Jen Hardy Show, which we'll talk about, and I'm really happy to have her on and pick her brain. So Jen, welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a wild ride. It has been, and I really appreciate you letting me come on. I like your show.
Yeah, I know we had some technical difficulties, but briefly introduce yourself and we'll dive into the conversation.
Sure. Yeah, I'm Jen Hardy. I am host of the Fabulous Over 50 podcast, and everyone said, you got to put it on YouTube. So I did, and I put some shower thoughts on with it, and the rest is history. And it got crazy, and I decided to work on it really hard. So I've been spending 10 to 12 hours a day on YouTube for the last 7 or 8 months, and it's really paying off. So it's been incredible.
And that's really amazing. And so when you say 10 to 12 hours on YouTube, what were you doing? Were you dissecting the algorithm? Were you trying to figuring out how which videos your audience resonates with, or you like structured videos? Talk more about that.
What we're doing. Yeah. And it was funny when I first started, people said, "Oh, you're crazy. You don't need to spend that much time." But YouTube really likes it when you're on the platform. It does help. That's one of the things that they look for. And some of it was research. A lot of it is me actually working in the studio, creating videos. There was one point where we were making 16 videos a day. We have a media company, and so we have several podcasts and several YouTube channels. So I really only talk about the Jen Hardy Show, but we do have others that we work on. And we've toned that down a little bit because right now it's my husband and I that are our company, and that is a lot of filming and editing to do.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. And so the next question I have for you is because I put out a lot of content on YouTube as well, and it seems like the platform really loves it. But there comes a certain point where it's like, you got to do something else. Like at first I was like just trying to grow as fast as I could. So I was just putting it out there. I wasn't no editing, no thumbnails, no SEO or anything. I was just getting it out there and then started to gain some traction. But at some point I had to do SEO and I had to create thumbnails. So talk about, when you do this, did you work with a team or you just did it all yourself? I know there's companies that actually help you grow your YouTube channel.
So I did it all myself. But about 4 months in, I was asked to join a special program through YouTube. So I got a partner manager, and then 2 months ago, I was asked to join another YouTube program. So now I have 2 partner managers through YouTube, which is very helpful because they send me emails telling me what's going on and what's trending, and they have meetings. We have so many meetings with YouTube, at least 2 or 3 a week right now. And just to kind of help us grow and help us build up our channel, there's a Discord for YouTubers, and I actually got to go to a cocktail party with them. So it's been really good, but no, it was all me. And so now I'm actually helping other people and publishing a book about it to help people get started, because there's some really basic things. And like you were saying, people scramble and they're all over the place. Because if you watch, like I did, you watch YouTube hours a day trying to learn how to make things happen. And honestly, a lot of it is a lot simpler than people think. And so I'm trying to give people the simplified version to save you the months of of aggravation and rabbit holes that I went down. And maybe you won't have to work 10 to 12 hours a day like I've been doing.
Yeah, which brings me to my next question is, when you say simplified, and I know earlier on before we got cut off, you were talking about YouTube as a search engine, and then you were talking about you were creating content that was just very interesting. So expand upon that and how you used SEO to grow your channel.
Yeah, so, I just heard about it a couple months ago, which is really funny, but it never occurred to me that YouTube is a search engine. First and foremost, it's not about the videos, actually. I mean, it is because you watch videos there, but it's all about the search. Because think about it, Google owns it, right? ABC, whatever. But they own it. Google is the largest search engine. It's the number 2. And so people are going there, and what are they doing? They're going to the search bar. That's the first thing. That's how they find their videos, right? Except for, if you've subscribed already or whatever. And so what you want to do is you want to use that search bar when you're titling your videos. Put in, like, figure out what exactly is your video about, and put those words in the search bar. Find out what people are searching for and build your title around that. Because after SEO, the 2 most important things, because really you could have the best content in the world and no one will ever see it if your title and your thumbnail are not spot on. That's really the top thing to know.
And a follow-up question I have for you is this issue with thumbnails, because I was talking to a lot of professional editors, and they were just charging outrageous prices. And I was just like, yeah, this is high risk. I don't want to put in thousands and thousands of dollars for something that's not going to produce anything. So I kind of did it grassroots, and I was using AI, and now like Dolly and Midjourney can produce these thumbnails. So I was just playing around with that, and that increased some viewership and traction. But when you say thumbnails spot on, talk about, do you need a like a professional editor, or will AI editing do the trick?
I'll tell you what, thumbnails are my downfall. I'm horrible at them. I really am. I'm working on it. And because I'm in this partner program with YouTube, they've given us some access to Fiverr and Upwork, and so I'm going to try to go the professional route. But I think really look at what's working. Go to YouTube. What's getting millions of views. Those are the things that people are looking for, and try to emulate that. I'm not doing a good job of it personally on my channel at all. So I am not the thumbnail expert, but really the people that are the big channels. And I think if you just follow what they're doing, that seems to be the key. So I'm in the process of making that better. And I'm hoping that helps me grow my channel more, to be honest.
Yeah. And like I said, like I'm I'm on social media, but I'm not consuming social media. I'm studying, and I go to these big channels, and I'm like, yeah, a lot of these channels, they have professionals, almost like kind of like the big networks, and they have like professionals doing it. Of course, you get a professional to do it, you're going to get those professional results. And so the other question I have for you is what will being a YouTube premium subscriber help with your?
Technically not. That's a good question. I am a premium member. But I don't technically no. It's not really pay to play. That would make it kind of pay to play. So I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the algorithm is a lot simpler than people think. It really is. It's just you have to set up your videos so that it knows, because remember, it's a search engine. The algorithm is just, think of it as being Google. It's a search engine, right? And so when you want to get a pizza, and you can Google places near you, right? And it will give you the ones that people search for the most first. And why is that? Because they know that that's what people want, right? And so you need to make sure that it knows exactly what is in your video, especially if you can upload the transcript and make sure that you put in a couple of hashtags and at least a couple of tags that align with your video, though. Don't do things like put hashtag Elon Musk, hashtag Tesla, whatever, because they're popular, because if you do put in things like that that don't go with your video, they won't show it to anyone. So you can't outsmart the system that way.
And talk about metrics when how when you posted, talk about the best time, and kind of like there's this golden hour where it's like it recommends, like, if people click on the video, and then if they stay on, then the YouTube algorithm flags it as a very high value video, and it kind of shows it more and more. So talk about a little bit about the algorithm and how you can improve your videos to make use of the algorithm.
Well, so as far as time goes, your channel, once people start really watching, you'll have a little graph on your channel in the stats part, and it will tell you when your viewers are on the most, and you want to set up your videos to come out during those times. So that makes it really easy. There's no one time for everybody. So some people's audiences may be early in the morning, or some maybe afternoon, some maybe evening. So you want to check that out in your own stats. And as far as setting it up for the algorithm, just, find what is the one video that you're making today about? What is the one main topic? Make sure that one word or phrase is in your title and your hashtags and your tags. And that way the algorithm is very clear on what your video is about, and that's very helpful. It's not to say that it's going to take off and be viral, though. It's really interesting how that happens. It really is. And if I had the answer for that, I would have many more views and subscribers than I already do.
Well, I mean, 39,000 followers in span of 3 months is incredible. It took me, I mean, of course I was actually, I did things differently. I didn't do things a smart way. It took me almost a couple years to get like 1,000, but once I got to 1,000, it started to, this year I got 1,000 followers this year, which, but like I said, there's people doing even more amazing things. So I'm always want to talk to them and just pick their brains. Talk a little bit about the structure of the content, because if you're talking about because you want people to stay on, so how do you structure things so to keep people continue to watch?
Okay, so I have to clear. I started doing what I'm doing now 8 months ago. So it would sound better if it was 3 months, but I just have to be honest. It's been 8 months altogether. And I'll tell you, I started my channel 8 years ago. So until April 2024, I had 38 subscribers after 8 years. So it's not like I just started my channel and everything took off. I had 8 years of really suffering with like literally 100 views over that whole time. So to go from 100 to 1.9 million is really, it feels really good after putting in my time. And then as far as getting people to watch and stay on, that's the thing. So I will tell you what's out. What is out is starting every video with 1 or 2 minutes of, "Hi, I'm Jen Hardy, and my channel is The Jen Hardy Show, and da 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 da, and today we're going to whatever," because people don't have time for that anymore. They're used to shorts. They're used to getting their information quickly. And if your title and thumbnail have shown them what the episode is about or what the video is about, you don't need to tell them again. They already know, and that's why they've clicked on it. So if you do that, you're going to see a drop in retention a lot. Now, if you have a really cute intro and you really, really have to put it on there, do at least 30 seconds of a hook first and get your audience hooked. But anymore, you really don't need those intros. You can do one for your channel. You can have a channel intro and put that on the top of your channel, so anyone who goes there knows who you are, what you're doing. But as far as the videos go, I think that's really, really important to know.
And in terms of the videos within the in the content within the video, do you need to say like, they're like, basically you're kind of leading the listener or the viewer, basically you kind of have a strong hook, and then you get into the section with the content, and you'd be like, oh, if you want to learn more, stay till the end, and then you continue, and then have like different segues like sponsors or advertisers. Is that how you're doing it, or what are your thoughts?
So that is not how I had been doing it. I actually am right now. I've created some music, and I am going to start having segments literally next week because people are wanting less and less to watch just plain talking head videos, which is normally what I do. So, I have myself and my guest, and we sit and we talk. And I mean, I have some of those that are long videos that have done very well, but right now, because people are so used to shorts, they want less. So yeah, and the other thing is get rid of dead space. So if there's a lot of pauses or someone says or you say the same thing over and over, cut that out. Give the audience exactly what they're looking for in a clear and concise manner. There's no best time. If what you need to say takes 5 minutes, take 5 minutes. If it needs to take 2 hours, take 2 hours. But don't take 5 hours for 2 hours worth of content. People don't want to waste time. We just don't have time anymore.
The other question I have for you is, how does what are your thoughts on how YouTube is viewing AI generated content like ChatGPT or Descript? These can produce headlines and titles and kind of links and just in AI generated thumbnails. How does the algorithm view that type of content?
So this is very interesting. There's two different ways that they look at AI generated content. So if AI generates your title or your description, and I'm just going to say, if AI generates your description, take out those asterisks. That is a giveaway that AI has written your stuff. So if you have AI write something, you need to go through it and make it your own. You can't just throw it up there like they do it and then they use words that nobody else really uses. So, use AI, generate the things, and then make it your own. And YouTube doesn't care. If it helps you with the titles, it helps you with the descriptions, it helps you with the tags. They don't care if they don't know. It's not linked to anything, whatever. Now, or even the thumbnail, because, it's just a picture. But if you've got, say the president riding in a rodeo or driving stunt cars or doing things that the president is not doing, you have to market that it's AI. If you have anyone doing anything that they didn't actually do, absolutely mark it, because your channel could get flagged. And if they pull down your channel, they will pull down all your channels and not let you have another one. So really make sure that you don't make anyone look like they're doing something they're not without specifically calling it out.
Interesting. Yeah, that's good thing. That's good to know. If you're generating, maybe just to be on the safe side, just put contains AI generated content, even if you're editing it, or that's actually a good point to make. Next question I have for you is shorts, because I recently, I know they changed the algorithm, because before I could take a speech or a podcast and I could load it up to Opus Clip and I could basically just dump it to YouTube Shorts of thousands of views. And then they changed it. Now it's 3 minutes is considered less than 3 minutes is short now. And then I've been experimenting with I've just been putting these things in, some of them won't hit, and some of them will be hits. So talk about this new short format and how you can grow your channel with shorts.
Okay. So I'll answer that, but I'll also make an answer that will carry on after this newest update into the next updates. So think about it this way. Let's say you have a product. Maybe you just wrote a book. What do you want to do with that brand new book? You want to show everybody. You want to tell everybody. You want everyone to buy it, right? It's new and it's exciting and it's great. And you want to see how it goes over. Well, YouTube and Google are no different. When they have a new product, they want everyone to use it. They want to see how it's going to go. They want to see what the response is. So when they come out with a new product or they have a new idea, like 3-minute shorts, do that thing. They also have square shorts now. Try them. At vertical live streaming, I'm in a vertical live streaming boot camp with them. And all that means is you take your phone and there's my husband. And you go like this. That's all. Instead of being like this, right? On your computer or whatever. And but because it's new, because it's exciting to them, because they want to see how it's going to go, I will give you an example of why you should do new things. I will get a few hundred views on my lives normally, but when I go vertical live, the first time I got 2,300, the second time I got 2,700. I mean, that's a huge jump. So whatever is new, try it. It may be uncomfortable, it may be weird, but try it and see, and you might end up liking it, and they will like that you've done it.
Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save. Whenever you're ready.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
This episode is brought to you by Global X. Since 2008, Global X ETFs has been committed to empowering investors with unexplored, intelligent solutions. Global X specializes in exchange-traded funds that offer exposure to the artificial intelligence ecosystem, including themes like data centers, robotics, semiconductors, and cloud computing. To learn more about Global X's entire suite of ETFs, from covered calls, fixed income, emerging markets, and more, visit globalxetfs.com.
Am I frozen? I might have got frozen.
Oh, it's great that you're talking, because what's interesting is your these really great tips, and it's great that you were talking about how your channel, you were working on it before it went viral. I thought you had just started it 3 months ago and it just took off, but mine was like I started in 2007. I didn't do anything. I just put one video where I threw a computer screen off a balcony, and that got like hundreds of views, but it wasn't really a legit channel. But interesting. So next question I have for you, I know we have around 5-10 minutes left, is with the this kind of with live streaming, and they've also have with podcasting. How do you incorporate these into your YouTube channel?
Well, so I have a video podcast called Voices of Justice that's part of my channel, and that has done very well. I interview judges and legislators and lawyers. We talk about the American justice system, and it's been fascinating, and I absolutely love it. Live streaming is just a great way to find new subscribers and share your content with everybody, especially vertical live streaming. The great thing about that is it goes into the short speed, not just to your subscribers, but all over the place. And it's really, really fun, because we get all kinds of new people coming in there asking all kinds of very interesting questions. My channel is unique because they tell everybody you should have one thing, you should have one topic, and everyone should know exactly what they're going to find when they get to your channel. My channel's not like that. I have shower thoughts and Voices of Justice together, as well as some random interviews that I do, because I love hearing people's story, because everybody has a story. And so my channel is a mix of a whole lot of things, but that's what works for me. So I just recommend that people do what you're passionate about. Try what you're passionate about, and eventually the one strong thing is going to come through, and that's going to be what you focus on. But for now, it's just fun to try.
Yeah, I really love your thoughts and your approach. So the next question I have for you is just kind of you're basically for those that haven't built a presence and feel comfortable, how do you get comfortable on camera and mic, and how do you overcome fears of being on camera? What tips would you give to others feeling comfortable in front of the mic or the lens?
Okay, so that is something that I actually give speeches on because it's so important. So imposter syndrome is a thing where you think everybody else knows more, or, who are you, right? Who am I to do this? And who am I to be out there? But the thing is this: people want to see people that look like them, that do things like them. The world needs more of you, whatever your thing is. And you might think you have a face for radio and you shouldn't be on video, but it's not true. And audiences are so tired of 80-year-olds that look 16. And, everybody has to be a teenage size 2, right? Because that's not real. And they want real. So the way I did it was when I would record my podcast, even though it was an audio podcast, I record it in video. That does a lot of things. Number one, you get to see what it looks like when you're speaking. And you may not like your voice, but just everybody doesn't like their own voice. So just tell yourself, it doesn't matter. Nobody likes their voice. Nobody likes to hear themselves. So that's okay. And just keep practicing. And throughout the day, I mean, it looks really silly, but if you look at the people that are really popular on YouTube, especially the younger people, they have got their phone in their face all the time. They're taking selfies, they're taking videos, and just practice it. Hold your phone up and take a video and say, "Hey guys, we're doing whatever," and explain what we're doing, and just practice, even though you have no intention of sending it out. And here's a very, very hot tip that is so important. There is something that makes you unique and original. You need to know what that thing is, because there are millions of channels, right? And so, like, you're a doctor. So, there's a lot of doctors, but you have things that make you stand out. I am a 56-year-old woman. Not a lot of people want to watch a 56-year-old woman doing things. So I had to find something. What is my thing, right? Well, it's glitter and it's sequins and it's whatever. So instead of being the old lady, I'm the glitter lady, which I prefer because it doesn't change my age, but it changes how people see me a little bit. And so like a shtick, right? Everybody needs a shtick. Find yours, find what sets you aside, and just go with it. And stop looking at the things you don't like about yourself when you look at pictures and videos. Just stop. Everybody has things they don't like. Find the thing you like. Maybe it's your eyes or your hair or whatever, and just focus on that and tell yourself, wow, my hair looks really good today, or my eyes look really good today. And keep saying positive things, because it really goes a long way. That self-talk is so important.
Yeah, it's really interesting that you say that because, for a long time, I was like, yeah, I'm not an athlete. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not a mainstream. So it's really, that I was like, yeah, that's why I'm not growing. But actually, if I talk to but you always you'll find your voice and then you find your audience. And there's actually people that want to listen to you. And YouTube is actually, but you just have to kind of hone it in. And so I really love that. How can people find you and reach out to you, learn from you, check out your show, check out your channel?
So and make it really easy. Jen Hardy, JenHardy.net. Everything's there right on the homepage, everything. So yeah, everything. And like I said, I'm working on a whole thing for YouTube to help everybody else, because there's no reason why you should spend the amount of hours that I spend. And so I'm packaging that all up and putting it in a book that'll be out by December 1st. And yeah, it's going to be really fun. But JenHardy.net, all of it there.
Awesome. I really love that. And keep up the great work.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you again for having me on. This has been fun.